And we're live. Good morning. Good morning, Winona. And we made it through our 2 week trial period, and I don't have my glasses on, so that's why I look all fuzzy. At least I look fuzzy to me. It looks funny. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. It's a morning already. And we made it through our 2 week trial period. I learned a whole lot. This was pretty amazing. 6 o'clock in the morning is fine for me, which is usually not the case for most people, but it's a pretty good time for me. I'm rethinking things. This was my experiment, so we did 2 weeks of 6 o'clock in the morning for 10 minutes. I'm not sure I'm going to go a whole 10 minutes today. Let's turn that banner off because it's distracting right now. If you want to get if you want to see when I come back, because I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, I was going to try to weather through it. And I'm like, you've got so much on your plate I've got so much on my plate as far as getting up to speed on various things. This is a good excuse and a good time for me to take a break because it's the end of the school year and it's before we start in for next year. So if I start taking what I learned in this experiment and apply it towards fall, so much the better. And trying to get a few things in the can. So not everything's going to be live going forward. And I need to get some editing skills down. I've got bits and pieces here and there that I need to kind of put together. And I also have a whole lot of postponed, kicked down the road medical issues that I need to address. I was hit by a car 10 years ago. I was the pedestrian in the crosswalk, and so I still have chronic issues. Some of it, because of that, it has different things that it can't be like snap fixed. So it's just been a process of 10 years of me getting from 3 years in bed to being able to stand up for more than 20 minutes at a time to needing a walker and, all that kind of stuff to where I don't need a walker now. But I still have constraints and I do need to spend some time to focus on that, including having a lot of major dental work done. All of my teeth were broken off at the root. Yay team. So the lucky thing about a lot of this stuff is that it's not like I lost all my teeth all at once, but I have to go and get and you can kick that can down the road for a little bit, not a whole lot. And so I was thinking, oh my goodness, well, how is that going to affect me being on the air and my tongue and my lips moving at the same speed? I'm having all this dental work done. And I thought, well, it's like this week. This week was even aside from the dental stuff, because of the holistic. When you're hit by a car, it's a trauma. It's a whole body trauma, and of course it kicks up all the old stuff too, right? So it's not like it was a new body that got hit by a car. It would have been different if I'd have been 11 and gotten hit by that car. But no, I was 50 and change getting hit by that car. What happens is, like, I have good days and I have bad days. And I think I've said that before. I tend to be better in the morning. I did my shows yesterday, and then my fevers were so high. I had to spend the rest of the day in bed, right? So by afternoon, I was crashed and in bed. And this is part of the realness of living with disability. A lot of folks say, well, you don't look disabled, because I got a lot of energy and I got a lot of ideas and I want to do things. But I also have a lot of real constrictions. And I know, shout out to all you folks out there, because I know there's plenty of folks out there who are living with chronic pain, disabilities, and people don't understand. They think you're faking it. You're not faking it. You want to live life. You really are. And it's amazing that you're doing as well as you're doing. I know, I've been there. I'm there still, right? Thank God I'm not bedridden. Thank God I have gotten better enough that I can actually drive a car, and I'm a super safe driver. But I could not get a license for 6 years. because of my medical condition, right? But I am, I've never had a ticket. So 60 some odd years and not a ticket, that's not too bad. So, so anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, this is not a goodbye. It's a bookmark me. If you want to know when I'm going to be coming on, and there is a grand chance that I'm going to be coming on with different things like, oh, my favorite thing is community interviews. So I'm going to try to do some community interviews. It's just not going to probably be a regular basis until fall is what I'm probably thinking of. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Things don't always go according to plan. I just know that if I don't take the time to address these issues right now, then I'm going to have to address it when it's more inconvenient. So I'd rather do that now. And I'm glad I had this chance to come in and kind of get a feel for things, kind of get a feel for how people were going to be reacting to things. You don't know till you try. A lot of things you can plan, but until you kind of give it a go, you don't know. And sometimes, it's not a bad thing to give things a go in like little testing slots and then come back with those ideas. I think to do this really well is to combine it with blog format, which I also dearly love. I mean, that's my first love is writing. So I think a combination of this plus the writing would be kind of cool. And maybe, we'll see. We'll see what Winona needs. I think a lot of communities need this on a daily because they don't have all the resources that Winona has. I'm not sure all the resources Winona has. This is part of my experiment, is me getting educated about what's available here and what's available in Minnesota. And I know that Minnesota is better provisioned than a lot of states. So this is an idea that I hope other people steal. And if you were trying to do something like this, give me a shout out. I will totally help you with anything that I've learned in between, because I think really this is a huge opportunity for us to rectify some of the wrongs that were done by our lack of rural media, our lack of local media, our lack of choice, even in more populated areas. A lot of, it's like the eyeglasses, right? These eyeglasses are from Costco, but it doesn't matter where your eyeglasses come from. I think it's the same company that does eyeglasses everywhere. So all the different price points of it, it's coming from the same company. It's the same glasses. So it looks like we've got choice, but do we really? And I think that's, I can fuss about it when it comes to eyeglasses and how much we pay for it and how much we should be paying for glasses. So in one way it's real, right? But when it comes to news, I think that's even more intrinsic, especially in a democracy where we rely on news agencies to tell us what's going on, and yeah, we need to be able to trust. And not just trust because we need to trust. We need to make sure that we're getting trustworthy news. And to me, the only way to do that is to make sure that our news comes from lots of various sources. And that's not pointing a finger left, right, or center. That means you need to have a lot of variety of your sources so you can see the bias, because there's intrinsic bias in everything. Everything. There always has been, even when journalistic integrity was much higher and much more valued than it is now. There was always a bias. So it's always good and it's good for the people who are doing their best to bring you unbiased stuff, to also listen to other voices that have a slant or disagree with you, because then it's easier for you to understand your own blind spots. I'm always looking out for people who disagree with me, and I know that's not a popular thing. Most people are trying to be comfortable and let their bubble down in amongst people who agree with them. And to me, that is I get nervous with that. If there's too many people agreeing, what am I not seeing? Anyway, I didn't think I was going to go 10 minutes, and here I am. I've gone the 10 minutes, and this is not goodbye. This is, hit the subscribe button if you want to see when I come on again, because I'm not. It's going to be a little bit erratic of a schedule from here until we begin again, probably in the fall with a more daily schedule. That's kind of the plan that I'm shooting for right now. If you're a gardener, get out there and garden. I know I will be. So that's where some of my early morning energy is going to be in, and have a blessed day, have a good Friday, have a great Easter Sunday, and have a blessed weekend, and have a blessed summer. But you'll see me here popping in here and there, and we'll rebrand the show so we don't have to even appear like we're in conflict with something that has been going on for a while, right? Alrighty, we'll see you then. Bye bye.